Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll just be looking over the markets. There's not that much news today apart from looking at the Bitcoin price. Looks as if it's just about to hit 4,000, so we'll take a quick look at that. I'm just going to see if we're live or not. Are we live? We are live. We are live. 1 second, just going on here. Sorry about this, just checking something just now. Right, okay, we are live there. I thought there was something up there. It seems as if there is something up, but we'll continue anyway. Okay, so I'll just jump over to the chat area, see who we've got in. We've got Hurdler679 is in house. Good morning to you. Alex Jug is in. Good morning to you. Adver Hagen, Stephen King is in. Andreas, Marcus Jafari, Kev T is in as well. Andy Grant is in as well. So good to see you all. We've got more people coming in just now. Biplop, Bizwaz, Lambo coming, yeah. Lambo, when's the Lambo? Okay, so we'll just jump over and see what's happening with the markets overall. We'll just refresh CoinMarketCap. And before I forget, just go down to the like button just now. If you've not done it already, go down to the like button and hit that like button just now. Crush the likes. And subscribe if you've not subscribed already, and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I go live. And when there's new videos, I kind of posted another video last night about Q4 trading calls that I've made for Binance. Still 100% record with that, which is pretty amazing in this kind of bear market. Okay, so Bitcoin up to 3,991. I suspect that's going to break 4,000 today, which is a good thing. Overall market capitalization up big time, up to, well, big time compared to where it was, $128 billion. Bitcoin dominance down to 54.0%. And we'll just look at the top gainers. Stratus, huge run up yesterday. Crypto.com is up 28%, Chainlink up 27%, Aeon is up 17%, Omisi Go 10x, Waves, which had a huge run up and is still going up just now. Dentacoin, nobody really speaks about Dentacoin, somebody was saying that the other day, and that's up 13%. So most of them are in the green. Maker is down, Linky, Mobile Go, Ravane, Ravencoin, Cash, Aurora, Digitex Futures, which had a run up yesterday, and Mixin, all down. So it's about 8% down in the top 100. We'll just go over to the overall markets, and there's 2,074. We'll just see in the last 24 hours who's had the highest run up. ERC20, and this is volume over 100,000. So we're not looking at the shit coins, it's just the, well, the high volume coins. ERC20 up 588%. Stratus up 44%. This is the last 24 hours. And we've seen some of the other ones. Darico Ecosystem 42, Bitwhite, Intervalue, Hashguard, Apollo Currency up 30%. HDAC, Chainlink, Alchemint as well. So there's a lot I've never heard of or looked into. Obviously there's thousands of projects out there. And we're focusing on the kind of bigger ones. So that's what's happening just now. What's happening with Bitcoin price at the moment is just broken $4,000 as we speak. So we'll just go up to the hourly chart. Look at that big spike up. So it's a spike of about 8% in the last hour for Bitcoin, which is phenomenal. So it's breaking the 4,000. I'm just going to see what the shorts are just now. BTC. We'll just go shorts. Where are they? USD shorts. I would imagine they've got caught out here. Yeah, big spike down in the last hour. So a lot of them will be closing position. I would imagine that's going to go down even further. We'll just look at the BTC longs. And not much happening there. So I would imagine that will start going back up again. So Breaking news. We just crossed over 4,000, although we're coming back down again just now. I'll look at the 4 hourly chart again so we get a bigger picture. So we said yesterday if it can keep above 3,600, it looks as if it's going to do well. And if we broke 4,000, that could be something entirely different altogether. So we'll see kind of what happens if we can break through that and stay through that 4,000 level. That's going to be a critical level. That's going to be big resistance there. So we'll see what happens throughout the day with Bitcoin for that. So that is a big resistance. Let's go to the chat area. See who else is in. Digitex Babe is in. Hello to you. George Charles is in. Richard Cooper. Antonio is in. Alex Jug. BTC already broke 4K in some markets. Yeah. Crypto Don Juan is in. Good morning to you. Mark Innes. Ajmal Salim. Honest Crypto Journey. Good morning to you. Ross Davidson. How is it? How's it going for you as well? Yeah. So we've just seen there it's broken 4,000. It's broken 4,000 already. I would imagine on the USDT, on Tether. Oh no, it's not. Did I break it? So it's not broken on Tether yet. I would imagine that's coming soon. But it has broken a lot of markets. But we're looking at the Bitstamp market just now, just for, because that's got a long kind of history and we can check back on it. So 4,000 is broken. Hopefully we can stay above 4,000. If we stay above 4,000, what happens from there? Well, we obviously can see a run up to the next level, and we're looking at kind of 5,000 from there. And then on to my price prediction of 10,000 by the end of the year. You never know, stranger things have happened. So this could just kind of bomb up and blow up with kind of Bitcoin and just get up to 10,000 and make me not look as silly. And I predicted a price end of year price of $10,000. So we'll see what happens there. So we're still on 4,000. We broke it already. We just need to kind of maintain that and see if the hourly candle kind of stays above. I'll just get back to the hourly. Let's see if the hourly candle can stay above $4,000 for that. So we've got about 20 minutes till that hourly candle breaks, but it's a big breakup and there'll be a lot of kind of shorts getting caught out here. So they'll be closing their positions. So that's going to kind of push it up more, I would imagine. This is going to push it up more unless a lot of the shorters have had their kind of positions closing at maybe the 4,500 mark. So we need to wait and see what happens there. But I think a lot of people who went short have got caught out over the last couple of days, to be honest, because it's went up $800 essentially. So it's went up 25%. We'll just see the exact kind of percentage from its lows. Now we'll just get an exact figure. 29%. So it's went 29% in the last couple of days, which is amazing to think now it was all doom and gloom. But this is not to say that it's not going to go back down. And I'm not going to say, oh, this is going to the moon. But if it stays above $4,000, then it could be a good support level for the coming days and weeks. So we'll see what happens there. Okay, we'll just look at some of the kind of smaller ones we've been looking at over the last couple of months. So Digitex futures up at 1373. I wonder if that is correct as of just now. We'll just go to the hourly chart. So it did go up to about 1532, came back down, and 1373. It's up to just now, that's 8 o'clock, so that's correct. BABB, I've got news coming out today. Where are they just now? 11 Satoshi at the moment. Still in that channel. So they kind of briefly broke out yesterday at 12 Satoshi. So they're 11 Satoshi just now. I'm just going to see what the order books are like. KuCoin.com/#trade, and we'll go BTC, and what the volume is like as well. The volume's up slightly for BABB on KuCoin as well. So we have 10 Satoshi to buy, 33 million, which is 3.3 Bitcoin, and to sell 11 Satoshi, got 9 million. So it did go down briefly yesterday. There was a lot of kind of sellers yesterday, and that kind of brought the price down a wee bit, and now it's starting to come back up again. So 33, I'm just going to check something. Got a wee alarm. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. So yes, BABB is looking okay just now. So everybody's wondering what the announcement's going to be. I don't know what time. I think it's mid-afternoon. It's going to be. So keep an eye on the BABB YouTube channel and subscribe to that if you've not subscribed already to the BABB YouTube channel. That should be coming out. Well, it will be on the YouTube channel. I think the two Annies are going to be announcing that. So we'll need to wait and see what happens. What the announcement is. So it sounds like there's going to be more than one announcement, which could be a good thing for BABB. Now, is it going to drive the price up? It could spike it up to maybe 13, 14 if it's really good news. If it's brilliant news, obviously, it could be on a run up after that. I would imagine more YouTubers will start covering it. So it just depends on the news. Depends on what news it is. So we need to wait and see. Everybody's speculating, but this could be a case. I don't know. We just don't know what it's going to be, to be honest. IT Financial, good morning to you. AMSD 25, shooters losing confidence and FOMO setting possibly. Yeah, it could be BABB news at 3 PM UK time. Annie posted on Telegram. Brilliant. Thanks for that, Alex. So 3 PM UK time. G-Slick is in the house. David Schwartz is in. Hello Steve, I just watched a video you posted on the premium channel. Thanks as always. Good to set a reminder of the strategy used to jump in and out of trade. Yeah, so I did, if you're in the premium group, I put a video up yesterday. I know I've done a couple of videos of the same, but we've kind of slightly changed our strategy for making the calls and for you picking the calls as well, because you can do this yourself. So I teach you exactly what to do, but it's just convenient when I go in and make the calls as well and just say kind of what's jumping out. So I posted a video on the premium channel, and thanks for reminding me of that, David. So if you're in premium, just check that out. It just tells you exactly how I'm going to make the calls, and it has to change slightly because the market changes. Bitcoin has dropped big time, so obviously there's going to be a shift in the way we kind of trade it as well, because it's dropped over 50% over the last couple of months. Then we have to look at a quicker time frame, and that's why I've changed that up slightly. Tut Tut is in as well. Good morning to you. Okay, so we're looking at BABB there. Hopefully with the announcement it could go up or just solidify, and just keep it going the way it's going just now, with the kind of app coming out in Q1 hopefully as well, and the Lithuanian license, and hopefully the Bank of England license after that, and then we'll start taking it from there. So looking good for BABB at the moment. As I said, there's not a lot of news. Who else were we looking at, by the way? MATM, Metamorph, not doing much at the moment. Just kind of, yeah, 136 just now for Metamorph. So it's not really doing an awful lot just now, but it's working away in the background. They're still announcing on Twitter a lot. For Metamorph, it's still only 336,000 of a market capitalization. It's going to look insane in a couple of months' time, I would imagine, when more and more people discover Metamorph. It's not even out of beta yet. So I think this is going to go up big time as well, but time will tell for that. Obviously, this is my biased, totally biased opinion. I'm into Metamorph just now as well. Okay, news. Not a lot of news that I thought was really interesting. I thought this was interesting. French Parliament rejects another taxation policy for crypto. So really this is the problem a lot of countries are going to have. So as reported by the French media outlet Capital yesterday, the lower house of the French Parliament, the Assemblée Nationale, has rejected the amendments made to 2019 finance bill with regards to cryptocurrency taxation. So this makes it the 4th rejection so far. So this is a problem a lot of governments are going to have. How do you tax the profits that are made on crypto? And we can see kind of UK having this. This is a grey area in the UK. Somebody was saying it's the same for Australia as well. And very grey area. And just going down here, more so, part of the amendment included an increase in the total annual cryptocurrency transaction volume from Euro 305 to Euro 3000 or as high as 5,000 in the tax exemption laws. This was dismissed by the chairman, who said the current Euro 305 was quite favourable for them, trying to grab as much money as they can. I think that's what the governments are trying to do, and asking the question, how do we grab as much money as we can without screwing ourselves over? And I spoke about yesterday that the government could screw themselves over as they try and tax it as a trader. So if you try and get taxed as a trader, then you can offset your losses as a trader and not pay any tax at all. Whereby if you pay on capital gains tax, all you can do, all the government can get the tax money on, is if you take Bitcoin out and sell it at a profit. And you can tax it on 10%, 18%, or if you're a higher tax rate payer, 28%. That's in the UK. So it'll be different all over the world. So they're either going to shoot themselves in the foot, or they're not going to get as much as they want. I don't see why they should get any, to be honest. I don't see why. We take all the risk, we take all the stress, we get all the stress of this bloody market in like 2018, and I'm saying bloody because it's been kind of been really big bloody markets. So, and they're kind of fighting over what the hard work that we're doing or the stress that we've gone under for the last year. So anything that I can do to avoid tax legally, obviously I'm going to totally do. And if they try and get me by saying, okay, this you're going to be taxed because you're trading it, great. I'll offset every single loss I've had in crypto and say to the tax man, okay, this is my losses for the last couple of years. Give me some money. So I don't think they're going to do that. But anything I can do to avoid paying tax, especially on crypto, I'm going to do that, obviously legally, of course, as well. But I just hate how they're money grabbing. It just pisses me off so much. Anyway, that's my little rant over. So yeah, the governments around the world are going to have this problem. Binance CEO gears up for launch of 10 new crypto exchanges. So this is Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, or CZ as you know him on Twitter, from Binance. Speaking on Bloomberg Daybreak Middle East, he says 2018 has been a tough year in terms of pricing for cryptocurrency, and I think we'll see a lot of projects not making it this year. So it is a correction year, and a lot of people have been saying that, including us on this channel as well, or including me on this channel. I keep saying us. Including me on this channel. I think it is a correction year where we're going to get rid of a lot of the shit and just come up with the good stuff and really see the use case scenarios and projects that are actually producing and making products and services and making money as well. So I think that's what 2018 and part of 2019 is going to be about as well. CZ gone on to say the industry is going to grow by the builders, the guys who actually build applications. So Binance is planning to release 10 new fiat to crypto exchanges in 2019, with 2 or 3 of them set to launch over the next few months. The company also plans on rolling out the first decentralized exchange in early 2019. Binance are doing brilliant things around the world. I still see Binance is going to be a top project to get into as well. There was something else he had said as well. Yeah, he said there's still too much uncertainty in many countries in the world regarding regulations around the cryptocurrency industry. And while CZ acknowledges that the current market downturn has taken a huge bite out of his own portfolio, which is comprised solely of crypto assets once valued at $2 billion, he says the downturn has had no impact on his company's expansion strategy. Separating the fundamentals of the technology from the market cycles and speculators, he believes the industry is due for a major rebound. And I do think that as well. And that is looking at the technology. That's why I'm so big on Binance as well, because they're doing great things. Same with XRP as well. Ripple, I think they're doing brilliant things. Cardano doing brilliant things. Ethereum has got the underlying technology there, although everybody's not really talking about it just now and the sentiment is down on Ethereum. Still think they've got the underlying technology there, kind of almost first to market with what they were doing, so I don't think that's going to go away as well. Neo as well, same with them. The big guns are going to be around to stay, while you're going to see a lot of the little ones disappearing altogether. That's my thoughts on that, and we'll just go back to Bitcoin price. 3972 it is at the moment. Okay, so we'll just go to the chat, and that's the news. There was not much news at all, or great news. There probably was, I've just not seen it. In Crypto Panic, I don't know if there's another news aggregation source, so I'll need to look at start looking at that. Okay, who's G-Slick? Digibyte had a good little run up. So I've not looked at Digibyte for a while actually. DGB, and we'll look at BTC. We'll look on Bittrex. I think next year as well in the premium group, and I'm going to ask, I said this yesterday in the premium group, I think I'm going to start looking at projects on Bittrex as well. So if we have two exchanges that we do make the calls on, Bittrex and Binance, yeah, it's had a brilliant run up since the crossover. 32% since the crossover. That's on a 1 hour crossover. Let's see what's on a 4 hour. 22% on a 4 hour. So it's had a really good run up. Just look at kind of macro picture. Still a way to go to get to its all-time high. Look at that. So we'll have to kind of zoom out and look at the macro picture when we're looking at these and see the potential. And this is what we're going to do when we're looking at projects as well. When we actually look at a project and we think, okay, the underlying technology is brilliant, the team is brilliant, what they're doing, use case scenario is fantastic, we're going to have to revisit all these projects and say, okay, look at the price just now compared to where it was and where it was back in January or wherever it was when it went kind of really high, probably December, January time or June time last year. Then we're going to have to look at the underlying technology back then and how far it's moved on. So that gives you a potential of what could happen to the project, if it's still a good project, if they're still in the works. So that's the likes of Cardano and Digibyte as well. If we look at where it could go to get to its all-time high, 783% from here. And obviously the technology has changed, the underlying kind of fundamentals have changed with Digibyte. Same with Cardano as well. We'll just have a look at Cardano, BTC, and look at the kind of all-time high. And we'll look at the BTC price, not the dollar value, because the dollar value is going to be totally different. That's totally dependent on BTC. So Cardano 927 Satoshi at the moment, compared to its high of 878. Technology's changed. They're bringing out new stuff. Cardano 1.4, potentially going up to an 800% increase. So if you think Cardano has got a good use case scenario, it's got a brilliant team behind it, it's got a brilliant kind of technology behind it, it's still going to be here in 2, 3, 4, 5 years time, and people are not seeing the potential. If you really think that, then all you could do, if all you did in crypto was just invest in Cardano, and to get to its all-time high, you'd gain 811%. And I would wait 3 years for an 800% increase. If somebody says, okay, put $1,000 in and I'll give you $10,000 back or $9,000 back in 5 years time, would you do it? Yes, you would. In fact, what you probably do, you probably say, okay, if you can almost guarantee that, I'll give you as much money as I can muster up. And that's why it's good to accumulate these projects just now, the likes of Neo, Cardano, Ethereum, Litecoin. I think that's what's going to happen with them, because the underlying technology has gotten even better since their all-time high. And if it kind of goes up past its all-time high, which you'd expect it to, and I say it's going to go up beyond its all-time high because a lot of the shitcoins are going to disappear, so there's not going to be as much money kind of in the shitcoins as well. They're going to focus on the quality projects. And once the institutions come in and start setting up index funds, you're going to get a lot of the people buying into and holding these projects as well. So for me, it's all good for crypto. Just now it looks kind of garbage at the moment, just $4,000. Although we're kind of happy about that today, and that's just because of where it's been, because our minds have been stretched lower, if you know what I mean. So, but come 2 or 3 years time, I'll be thinking, why didn't I get into BTC or Cardano or Litecoin or Neo or Ethereum or any of these projects? I kind of went off on a one there as well. We'll just look at kind of Binance just now, see who's doing well. See, you can see kind of Stratus up just now, but look at it on the micro or the macro level, just a kind of little blip there. But because we're really into it just now and we kind of see it just now, we can see that 131% increase from a few days ago. But look at the potential of it as well, and the underlying technology has changed. So if we went from here to its all-time high, I'll just do that again, be 336% increase for Stratus, and that's just, I don't know if that is its all-time high. It's all-time high on Binance certainly. Who else is up? Oh, that's XBT. That's the Bitcoin price. Still staying at these levels just now, which is good. Link has had a good run up as well. 6%. OMG just starting to run up again. Look at the macro level of OMG. If you look at, it's had a run up just now, but if you look at the potential of it, 517%, probably more than that actually. 750% to get to its all-time high. So this is this time to start accumulating the good projects that you really believe in. PPT is having a nice little run up as well from its bottom. 31% increase from its lows a couple of days ago. KNC having a nice little run up. We'll just look at that on the 4-hourly chart. XZC is just, Zcoin is just jumping up just now. WTC kind of called that the other day, and that's had a nice little run up with a 30% increase. MCO, Nano, nobody really talks about Nano. IOTA as well having a good run up. So a lot of these projects are going to have the good projects are really going to have kind of run ups, but you're still going to get the pump and dump coins as well. Fun, that's up to, it was at 122, it has been up at 128, so that was a nice little 15% increase from where we called that as well in the premium group. ZRX, I noticed this morning it was starting to have a nice wee run up as well. That's come back down since. Okay, excuse me. Monkey Tomo is in. Imran Chowdhury, BTC has just caught a bid. Hi Steve, good morning to you. Imran, good to see you here, buddy. G-Slick bagging more kin today. What's happening with kin at the moment? I know they've had a bad time over the past couple of months, but it looks as if that's turning around, hopefully. 28 for Ethereum or GUI. Still down, but I still think good to accumulate. 23 million market capitalization. I think kin is going to be big. I've been saying that, but I don't know how long, all year I think. But it's kind of went down all year, which is not good. From its high of 8 Satoshi, and it's kind of gone down and down and down and down and down. So now is a time to start bagging, I think, or loading up your bags. So 1 Satoshi, that was back in September, and it's went below 1 Satoshi. So yeah, I think you can go far wrong with kin. Saying that's what we're doing with kind of BABB as well, Metamorph, and I've not got back into kin. Yeah, I was trading it for a while. We had a trading strategy on another exchange, which was working well for a while. Now you'll see others will follow like in a speculative bubble last year, and many will not rise up and just stay as they are. Big test. Yeah. New Coinbase promo. Brian Armstrong indirectly referenced ETN, perhaps unknowingly by talking about cell phones and the unbanked. Yeah, could help ETN and obviously BABB as well. The real test begins now. Stock market's broken. Yeah, we'll just have a look at the stock markets actually. I meant to do that as well. See what's happening with the stock markets. Down again, 6683. This is current FTSE 100. Obviously, New York Stock Exchange is not open yet, or the Dow Jones. It's not open just now. But down 83 points, down 1.23%. Doesn't sound a lot, but it is a lot for the stock markets. And if you look at the bigger picture, look at that. In the bigger picture, if you'd had a short on from 7,900 down to 6682, that'd have been 1,300 points. You'd have caught a short on. That'd have been a fantastic short to have on the FTSE 100. So it's at support levels just now. So I need to wait and see if it bounces from here, the FTSE. If it goes through that support level, it looks as if we're going to go further. Just hitting support just now. Long-term support. And we're talking September 2017 support levels. So if it goes below that, which it looks as if it's gonna, we could be going back down to 6,400. So it could be a really big drop. What did the Dow Jones drop? 352 yesterday, and that's went through the kind of historic support as well, but just sitting on it for the daily. So it needs to bounce up here if it's going to have any chance of kind of staying up, or if it goes below that today, then it's, yeah, it could be in free fall after that. Where's the next kind of level of support? Some semblance of support for the Dow Jones would be around 22,500. That would be the next support level if it does go below this level just now. So this is happening all over the world as well. Stock markets are going down. And where's the money going to go? We'll just look at gold as well. Can we see gold? Yep. Gold prices have gone up, but only slightly. And traditionally, when the stock markets go down, gold prices go up. Or when the US dollar goes down, gold prices go up as well. People just panicking and going into gold and silver. But could it be that that kind of changes and people start going into Bitcoin and Litecoin and the kind of other cryptocurrencies as well? I think that's going to happen, and it's going to be a slow transition. When the stock markets go down, people start going into cryptocurrencies and hedging their bets on cryptocurrencies. And I think that is how the flow is going to happen from stock markets to the cryptocurrency markets. And it's not going to be quick. Well, all this year, people have been talking about the institutions coming in. It's not going to be quick, but 2019 is going to be the year. I think that transition is going to happen from stock markets and people going from gold even into the metals, into the cryptocurrency market as well. David Schwartz, don't forget to smash the likes, everyone. Thanks for that, David. Owen West, what's your thoughts on this recent price rise? I think it's the shorts being caught out. They didn't expect such a big price rise, so a lot of them are kind of closing their positions. A big shorter has closed yesterday, Mark Dow. He closed yesterday as well, so a lot of people are going to be listening to him, just saying, okay, if he's closing out his position, his short position, I'm going to be closing out mine. So I think that's in part to do with it as well. There's lots of different things happening, and I think people are just starting to think now, okay, the price is too low now. So it could be that. I don't think this is a bull trap at all, because it's gone on too long. I say it's gone on too long. A couple of days it's lasted. If it was a bull trap, it normally would be quicker than this, so we need to wait and see. But I don't think this is the time to get overexcited. It's just slow and steady we want to see from here. And that's what I'd love to see with the kind of Bitcoin price just now. Just slow and steady. Don't jump up too much, or I don't like this huge volatility. It's good that the markets are volatile, but so we're at 4,050 now. So it's broken through that. We're at the next hour. So it didn't close in that hour. It didn't close. It closed at 3,970 on the hour, but we're broken through it, and we're now on 4,047. So we could see a run up to 4.5 if it stays above this. So we want this candle to stay above the 4,000 and close above the 4,000, because this candle didn't. So we want this one. So we've got 52 minutes until that happens. So yeah, I think that's what's happening. A lot of people are just thinking, okay, now it's too low at 3,000. People starting to buy in. A lot of the shorters closing their position as well. I've been a brave person to short at 3,100. A brave person. And I think Tone Vays is actually bullish on Bitcoin. I've never seen Tone Vays bullish on Bitcoin. He was last week and a couple of weeks ago, but I think he's now bullish on Bitcoin. Well, I don't actually know. I've not seen his latest kind of couple of videos in the last couple of days, but he was bullish on it for a bit. So I don't know if he will be now. Been a while, been hiding in a cave, hoping for better days. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. G-Slick, what do you think of PAC, Steve? Never looked at PAC for donkeys. I think when it had a big run up, I kind of looked at it, but if it's the same one, there's that many projects. PACon, yeah, I just thought that was a back in the day when it had that when it had a huge run up. I think somebody on YouTube was kind of shilling it. So no, I don't really think much of it, to be honest. I've not looked into it done a deep dive on it at all, but no, if it's the same one, then no, to be honest, but I could be totally wrong. G-Slick. Tim Gash, I've not got any open shorts now. I bought back last week, but I've made most of my money on shorts this year. Yeah, if you're a shorter using BitMEX or kind of Bitfinex or something like that, fantastic year. This could have been your best year yet if you were a shorter. A lot of people they don't like shorting, and I don't know why. Because if you're a trader, you shouldn't be kind of. And this is me as well, because I kind of tend to buy and look towards going long all the time. So in essence, I'm not a real trader, because I did go short a few times, but I didn't get comfortable going short, and I should have got comfortable going short on kind of especially in Bitcoin. I should have done that, and obviously that will happen in 2019, because I'm kind of honing my trading skills all the time. So I like to look for projects that I'm going to go long on, but I should be equally as comfortable going short. There shouldn't be any kind of bias at all towards a long or a short. And that's what I've learned this year as well. That's one of my big lessons this year, that I am much more comfortable going short and long as well. Any thoughts on EXRN? Not looked at it for a while. I hold about 4.5 million of EXRN, but they're way down just now. I don't know, to be honest, if this is going to be one of the projects that are going to finish, or they're going to keep on going in the background, keep on working away, and it's going to come up. I just don't know, to be honest, Owen. Liam Hunt, ENG chips go live in Intel machines in the next few days. Excellent. Not looked at ENG, which is on Binance. Where are we just now? 4,032. ENG BTC. That had a lot of these kind of projects are having flash crashes on Binance. You can see that went as low as 972 Satoshi. So it went back up. So that's good news as well. If that's getting the chips put in. It's starting to have some movement there as well on the upside. Bernard Ronald, good morning to you. I have to say that very slowly. I think that's a tongue twister, that. Mark Innes, Tim Gash, I must learn that once our silly season is over. Yeah, on BitMEX, I got kind of burned big time on BitMEX, but you can on BitMEX and other kind of exchanges as well. You can short as well as go long. Donny Don Matthew, morning Steve. BTC having a pump now. What's happening? HFT bots in action now since it broke 4K as the next resistance 4,250. Are we heading for 4.4? I'd say 4.5. Looking at it, we'd have to kind of look at it properly and see where the next resistance is. Or next USD. I'll go to Bitstamp. So we'll look at it on the daily rather than the hourly. Yeah, about 4,400, and that would be the next kind of resistance for it on its way up to 5,000. So there's a couple of points there you would say is going to be support, or resistance, sorry, I keep saying support, it was previous support. But you can see there's a big gap in between here, where it kind of just, the arse fell out of Bitcoin altogether. So there's a big gap, so we're looking at 5,700 as well. There's a kind of big resistance area there. And if we go further back, so historically it's about 5,700, and we'd have to go even further back to get some kind of support. So 4,400 definitely be the next one. Then we're looking at 4,800. So we'll see what happens over the coming days, and particularly the weekend as well. So 4.4 would be the next one, I would say. Jason Ray, go BABB, go. We'll see how it goes with BABB after the announcement today. Still not a lot of trading on BABB, although it's much higher than normal. So with BABB, there's a normal trading volume of about 2 Bitcoin worth, which is what, $4,000 or $5,000, well, $6,000 or $8,000 now. But the volume over the last 24 hours has been 13 Bitcoin, and this is on Bitcoin. Obviously, the trade in Ethereum as well. Imran, I frankly believe Wall Street money is coming into crypto from the stock market. We should know soon. In fact, the fresh bread on BTC right now could be just that. Yeah, so we'll need to wait and see if that's happening. But you've got to remember over-the-counter trading as well, that the kind of institutions have been doing this kind of in a backdoor kind of way with over-the-counter trading, which doesn't get recorded anywhere, but obviously it's going to kind of diminish the supply of Bitcoin. So this could be what's happening as well with the over-the-counter trading. I read a report yesterday, I can't see just now, that over-the-counter trading had really kind of risen by a huge amount. So obviously that dilute, or that kind of stops the kind of Bitcoin, it stops a lot of people kind of buying up Bitcoin over the counter. So there's going to be less Bitcoin to buy for kind of the exchanges and the likes of Binance and stuff like that, exchanges like that as well. You know, tongue-tied here. So yeah, I think that could be what's happening there, Imran. Gene, God's sake, BTC was 3,800 a while ago, missed pump again. Any thoughts on Holo? Oh, I've been looking at that and thinking, what the hell's going on with Holochain? And I'm just going to look at the kind of books just now for Holochain. This is on Binance. So you can get Holochain just now at 13 Satoshi. Obviously it's been as low as 7 Satoshi before, but you can get it just now at 13 Satoshi. I still think it's a good buy, but I just don't understand the price. Same with Pundi X as well. I don't understand why the price is so low. At the moment you can actually buy that for 15 Satoshi at the moment. But I do think whenever they go, I don't know when that's going to be. Whenever they go, they're really going to explode, and you're talking 200-400% when they go. Same with Dent as well. You can get Dent for 28 Satoshi just now, and that's probably going to. And that when that jumps up, that'll just go up. You'll see 100% gain in that as well. So here's the top gainers. Strat is still up there. Link is up at 18%. Aeon is just kind of shooting up. Nav is up 501. I was in Nav for a bit with my trading money, and I got out at 521 for Navcoin. They're coming out with the hard fork tomorrow. So I kind of sold on that, but that could jump up again, but I'm out of that just now. Fun is going back up again, 124, which is good. We called that 111 in the premium group. What time are we on? Oh, Going past the time again. Yeah, so I like call. That's from Be Inspired. Jane Tonevase was bullish to 5k or higher, but his buddy said he can't see it breaking 4.2. Ah, right, we need to wait and see what happens there. PundiX still a good price. I still think it's a brilliant price for PundiX. Ajmal Save looks like your $10,000 prediction by end of year is going to come true. That'll be fantastic. Tim Gash, I've been using Renko charts since you introduced me to them, mate, and that's been the winner for longs and shorts. Renko charts, I still love Renko charts. A lot of people don't use it, a lot of people don't talk about it, but I still love the Renko charts. Look at you'd have to kind of change that as well, but would probably look on the 4 hour. I don't know what charts you're using, but if we've seen that here, Bitcoin price, we'd have probably got in. You could use the hour charts as well for the Renko charts if you're using the Renko. So you could probably got into Bitcoin at 3,289. You'd have sold out at 3,669, got back in at 3,820 and still been in it just now. So I do love the Renko charts, I must admit. I still like looking at them every day when I look at the price as well. But you have to change the kind of settings quite a lot as well. So what would have happened with Stratus? This is on the hourly. So you'd have gotten the latest one up or run up at 23,000 and you'd have still been in it at 37,000. But yeah, you have to change the kind of settings sometimes as well for the Renko. But yeah, I still like the Renko charts and still like looking at them. And when I make the calls, I still look at the Renko charts as well. VR and Tencent in China signed partner with VeChain to use the blockchain technology. Great news. Excellent. Do you like CMT? I had a look at it. I didn't have a deep dive on it, but I had a look at it from a trading point of view. CMT does look okay. CMT will just go to Bitcoin price. That's on the Renko. So hi Kanashi. Yeah, so I was looking at all of them for kind of trading. Obviously, it doesn't look good for trading at the moment, but could be due a bounce up. And again, that's another one that's had a flash crash as well. G-Slick, do you think CV is going to survive? I honestly don't know. CV, I think it's got a good model. I think what they're doing, and this is Car Vertical for anybody who doesn't know CV. And Car Vertical, I think, is the legislation in different countries is going to be the difficult part for me. I think G-Slick. So as countries around the world recording these kind of VINs and stuff like that as well. So I don't know. I think it could survive in kind of a few countries. If it survives in a few countries, then obviously it could get bigger and bigger. So it could be one of those ones that does survive, and I think more than likely it will survive. I think they've got a unique kind of model there as well. Tim Gash, I use the hour charts when trading, yeah. Gene, big thank you again, Stephen, for helping us through this past year. Rolling next year, hopefully better. Here's some YouTubers calling a 5-year bear market. I can't see that happening. What's your thoughts? I honestly don't think so. I honestly do not think so. I think when people start calling these bear markets and say, oh, there's going to be a 1 and 2 year bear market, when people start saying that, it's because of they're in the moment. They're not looking at the bigger picture. They're not kind of coming out and looking at a 50,000 foot view. They're in the moment, and they've been in the moment for 1 year now, where it's been a bear market for 1 year, and then they're saying, okay, it's going to be 2 years before this bear market ends. Who knows how long a bear market is going to end? Nobody knows. You just do not know. So how can you predict it's going to be 2 years before? You just cannot predict it. Same with you cannot predict it and say it's going to go up to 200,000. A prediction is just a guess at best. It's an educated guess at best. So nobody knows. So I don't think personally, I definitely do not think with everything that's happening just now with the cryptocurrency space, I do not think there's going to be a 1 or 2 year bear market. I wouldn't bet the house on it because I'm not a total gambling man, because I've got a family as well, but I would say it's definitely not going to be, I don't even think it's going to be a 1 year bear market from here. I think I'm very optimistic by nature. I'm extremely optimistic, but I do think next year is going to be a big year for crypto. And I don't think it's going to be a full-on bear market for another year or two. Definitely not. But that's just my opinion. It's worth paying the upgrade on TradingView to get them. Yeah, it definitely is. I think it is as well, Tim. I'm glad you're still using them, and I noticed you've kind of in the group as well, you've been kind of telling a few people about them as well, but I do still love using them. But it didn't really catch on when I kind of taught it as well. It didn't really catch on, but I still think it's a brilliant one. Pete Ballers, HST Horizon State is a gem. Excellent, I need to look at that. Pete, we'll just run out of time just now. Imran, if this does run up further than people expect, and do people have exit strategies to profit take? After all, 2018, everyone cannot complain if they don't take profits when you should. Exactly. I think one of the other big lessons from 2018 is take profits. Take profits. That would definitely be one. So if Bitcoin went up to $10,000 again, I would look at taking profits off the kind of board. Obviously, I'm still down big time just now. If BABB kind of went up to 100 Satoshi, I would take profits. If the other tokens, Metamorph went up to 1,000 Satoshi, I'd take profits. So yeah, take profits is a big lesson from 2018 for everybody. And G-Slick, I think the health industry going to adopt blockchain this year as their systems always get hacked. Yeah, the health system is due for a huge upgrade, and there's a couple of, there's a few actually on the blockchain projects that are out there to do just that as well. So there's a couple of a big ICO this year. Was it Medical Chain? Can't remember if it was Medical Chain or there's the couple out. But there's a lot. The government could be on the blockchain as well, which would make it much more secure. Health industry definitely, car industry definitely, insurance industry definitely could be on the blockchain. It's going to be, I think blockchain is going to be huge, and the potential of it has not been even realised. People have not even dreamt about the potential of it as well, for saving money for big corporations as well. I think it's going to be huge. Healthcare is going to be huge with the AI and blockchain, yeah, definitely. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. If you want to join the premium group, I've had a couple of new members just come in. I put a video out yesterday showing that all the calls I've made since September. I'll put a link down to that if you want. If you want to join the premium group, you can. It's not just about getting calls from myself. This is about the group of people who gather together. And this is what crypto is all about. It's about the community as well. We've got a brilliant community in there. No Lambo people, nothing like that. No moon people. It's just people talking about crypto, trading crypto, or long-term holding crypto. They just want a group to kind of chat with. If you want to join us there, there's a link down below to join a premium group as well. It'd be fantastic if you could do that. And that would support the channel, obviously, as well as we're growing. So that would be fantastic. And I hope to see you in there. And until tomorrow will be the last day probably for a while. Well, Thursday the 21st tomorrow. We'll do one on Christmas Eve. Probably I will do one on Christmas Eve on Monday. So yeah, we'll see. But until then, have a brilliant day and namaste. Take care. Bye now.